high. We had some kind of illness.
Are we filming now?
Yeah. Obviously, I know you guys are brothers. What made you decide that you wanted to play music together?
Don't know, just happened, really.
At a young age you started?
I think I was about 18, maybe 19. I just wanted to play music. I bought a guitar off my mate, who made it. He made it in his university, so it was like a handmade guitar. It worked, and I learned to play on that. Then I bought another. Just used to play in my bedroom, and then he was only little, and like he used to nick my guitar every time I went to work.
Yeah, I was into football and stuff, and every time he went to work, he said, "Don't nick my guitar." As soon as he went, I like opened up and started playing, writing my own songs on it, and then he'd come back, "You've been touching my guitar." No, not honestly.
Yeah, and then later on, obviously, you know, I was a bit older, so I was always into all kinds of stuff. So you're saying, if they catch you getting stoned, you know, you don't want him to be doing stuff when he's that young. Anyway, you find out that he's still doing stuff anyway. So you start hanging out, playing music together in room. And then we just used to have jams, and like all our mates would come round. I think there were about 7 of us maybe, just for fun. Didn't really do anything with it. Both went travelling separate ways.
Yeah, it was like busking around Europe.
Yeah.
And that.
So we were writing songs then. I was actually writing proper ones myself. He was writing. Then when we come back, yeah, we just started doing it again. But never ever thought to play live at all. That came much later on.
Okay.
What was the first question?
What you been drinking?
I've not had anything. I remember a friend called Dave Collins came round to my house and he showed me how to record properly, and it just blew my mind, and I thought I can do this kind of thing. But we didn't record anything for like it was 10 years or something.
Mm.
And then we both had
Proper.
bad breakups with our girlfriends.
Plus loads of other, everything that came at once, you know.
And I was in Manchester one night, and in the middle of all this horrible breakup, and someone pulled out of a gig, walked into this bar and said, my mate said, "You're on next, I'll put you down." I'm like, "No way, man, don't want to do it." But my head was so gone, I didn't care anymore. I was so nervous about playing before, but I just got up there and did it, and it was like really natural to me after that. I thought, I can do this. So we started doing it.
Mm.
And then we're on one of your gigs in front of 400 people, we're not even practiced.
That's like
Oh
what we
my
were telling
God.
you off camera before, you know, it was...
What are we doing? We're not even practiced. We had all the songs and they sounded great. We had this album and stuff, but yeah, it
the
was
live
madness.
versions were... This is where...
Most people start in pubs,
Yeah.
don't they? And get the really shit when they start off, and then they go that way. But we just went straight to the big venue, played that one, and then worked ourselves that way, didn't we?
Backwards, probably.
But
it
now
was
we're at the
like-
stage where we're all right now. Like, but it was horrendous.
At the time, I knew there was part of it. It's like, we can't do it. It's fucking shit. But the songs were
You've
good.
swore like 5 times now. 4 times.
Why have been mum?
Your mum's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
watch
she'll
this.
watch this. Yeah. Sorry, mum. Yeah. Gosh, you stop. I forgot what I was saying there. Yeah, it was below par. So like we'd have arguments. I'd be saying there's another guy with us then, like Jimmy, and it was like I was saying we've got to stop just getting gigs. Let's take a little bit of time out, put some time into the songs properly, like get as much as what we recorded between 3 of us to do live. But just nah, he wouldn't listen. Like we said, we weren't in good places, and he just wanted to play. Jimmy just wanted to play, and yeah, we just kept throwing ourselves into these mad situations without rehearsing.
Is this still the first question?
Yeah, probably.
But we had this album, and it got like played on Radio 6 Music by Steve Lamack, reviewed by all these magazines and that. And we did like a soundtrack to a film, but we're still there, you know. We were thinking, what's going on? Like, we're proper shit. But we're not, because the music, what we recorded live, in the studio was beautiful.
The creativity was there, you know, and recording is good and everything like that, but we hadn't put enough practice into playing live, so we just used to get steaming and go and play.
What was your favourite part about recording the album?
This one.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
Totally sober, wasn't it?
No. We were talking about that before. It was the last time, and my mum knows this because I was told, it's the last time I smoked weed actually. For probably up until the last 3 songs. But I programmed I was messing about with that machine when I bought it, so all the drum beats, I was just wrecked, just messing about.
That was the way we recorded it. Mark he was like obsessed with this drum machine. I'd go around and he'd say, I've got this beat. So he'd give me 10 beats and I'd go and put synth on it, come back and then he'd write lyrics to it, put some guitar on, and every day we'd have another tune and it just wrote itself, this album.
Yeah, good.
We wrote it very, very quickly. And
but I was saying, like telling you before about the way he writes and I write can be different. He'll write something and just put it on the record straight away lyrically. I'll write it or come from someone. I'll at least spend a week tweaking it, you know, changing it again. So I'm really happy with it. But he wouldn't have it, and we had this kind of compromise. But I think it was like I had to have him done within 5 minutes or 10. We're at 10.
10 minutes.
Probably weren't even that. So I was happy with everyone, but there's about a couple of lines in the second song that I wanted changed because from certain angles it can sound like one thing and a lot of people think it's about something that it's not. And
I just think you should capture, you might die tomorrow.
Yeah,
if you need some lyrics, just do it. That's
Yeah.
my thing. That's how, like the first album, I recorded it, not even wrote anything or recorded it. I just pick my guitar up, play something. If it works, I record it and put it out. And he doesn't work that way. And we've got like collaborations with artists all over the world and stuff, American singers, and they're the same. Like, put something on this.
Hello to any of them?
Can I have a week to do it? No, do it now, and then we'll put it out tomorrow, kind of
You
thing.
want to give a shout out to any of them?
Luna,
Yeah, Luna, Faisal,
Harasu, she sings on this one, and Daisy, our niece, sings on that one.
Virginia.
She's only 8.
Oh.
She's
She's
doing
on
some
the first
acting
album
actually
too.
today.
Who else?
Virginia.
Martelloso. She lives in Italy. Went over seeing her and putting our records in the shops and stuff in Italy.
About Xander, even though we didn't play on it, but got to give a shout out to Xander.
Oh. So tell us a story about how you came up with your band name.
We have said it before. It would, ages ago. Like we say, we used about 7, maybe 8 of us in rehearse. We all used to get stoned.
I didn't.
He did. Mum, he was the worst, Mum. So we used to get wrecked. Anyway, got this particular strain. Someone says, like, it's really, really strong. So you're like, yeah, right. Anyway, it were. So the particular night comes and we're all, or a daytime, I can't remember. So we all bond and it's like we're having a good time, and one of our mates, don't see him anymore, called Panda, is a really good lad, like, tells him take it easy on it, and he absolutely hammers loads of it. Starts jamming and he played bass. And
Is this the official story?
yeah, this is the uncut version. It's like, this is what happened. So we're playing along, all into a mad groove, like everybody's lost in it, and all of a sudden there's no bass, it just stops. But everybody's carrying on, nobody's really noticed, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Anyway, he's gone out by this time, and he's gone a long, long time, and this song's probably about, say, 40 minutes long, just a mad jam. So then he comes back in, and it was all, really wish we had the recording, because it was all on the recording. And the door opens, and you just hear this groaning, and he's like sort of leaning on thing, and it's like, where have you been? And he's like, oh God, I felt so ill, fella. I'd have been grateful I'd have been struck by lightning, like one of the quotes. And then like we're like rolling, and then we've been looking for a band name, and said, what wrong with you? He said, I have no idea. I've had some kind of illness. So it starts rolling, and I said, that's what we'll call the band, for a joke. And that it stuck, and we never thought anything of it. But when I went travelling and then he did, we used to tell everybody we were in a band called Some Kind of Illness, and we had some CDs with all the mad shit on them, like Dance of the Mushroom People and that. And we just give them out. And like I said, there was about 3 good songs on that and a load of crazy shit. So somewhere in Europe, in Switzerland and Italy and wherever, there'll be these CDs somewhere.
That's cool. Good story.
But that's actually where it come from.
What are your current feelings about the music scene?
Which one? In general?
Manchester in general, we'll say.
Yeah, I think it is a good scene, without a doubt. You've got sort of a massive folk scene, which seems to be like all around Charlton and all that. But then you've got your sort of what people class as Manchester music. You know, like you listening to Cortinas before in the Angel Pub. So you've got all that side of it. People are still doing that kind of thing. I think it'll always be part of Manchester, but it's got a massive musical history on Manchester. You know, you've got Slaughter and the Dog, you've got all kinds of things, Joy Division, all that. I think it's always going to have a good music scene, and I think a lot of it now, it's all still sort of an undercurrent. It's not in the limelight, you know. You've got X Factor ruining things. If more people could, you know, if it got more, I don't know, exposure on mainstream, it'd go a lot further. But I don't think it'd kill any of the mystique. It's just be the rest of the world would be into better music.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What would you rather fight, a lion or Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris.
It's got to be Norris.
Yeah?
Yeah, because like a lion, you know,
You're not going to win.
you've got a 50-50 chance against a lion. You're going to get your head kicked against Chuck Norris, but
I would have thought the other way around.
it's Chuck
No
Norris,
chance
isn't it?
against a lion, are you? Ripped to pieces.
But it's Chuck Norris.
It's Chuck Norris in his prime, not old man.
Yeah, it's not just that though. You can actually say to people when you come out of your coma, like, yeah, fucking got one in on him. Even if you did or not, which you probably wouldn't. You know, but yeah, I would. Chuck Norris.
Where'd you get that question from?
Last one. So tell us about your next big thing.
The biggest thing is the RITZ gig, which you've got us
Yeah.
onto, which is amazing. We've never played that stage. We've always wanted to play
It's
it.
gonna
We've
be
played
brilliant.
Academy, we've played everywhere in Manchester, in Liverpool, London and stuff, but this is the biggest gig so far, thanks to you, Bianca.
Oh.
And I really want to go out on that stage. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's the soundtrack to that film we did, and it gets released on the same night, is it?
Is it Sam? Is it not?
Northern Lights, and the producer is Nick Connor, and Amy Field does the other stuff on it. I can't remember what she does, but that's like the proudest moment of our life last year. We're on the red carpet at this film premiere, weren't we?
It's when it first comes on as well.
It was an amazing feeling.
Actually, a lot of the ambient stuff isn't released at all, but the one on the opening scene's the secret of Souls. It's off
Yeah.
Souls, isn't it? And it's that as it comes on, because the film's about anxiety and things like that, and he used all the music from like way back when, and it fits the film so
Yeah.
well.
There's a lot of good stuff happening to our band so far. Amazing stuff, like Radio 6 playing our record and stuff, and all the gigs and everything. But that is the best thing that's ever happened. Me and Mark were stood on the red carpet
Yeah, that will.
at this film premiere. Everyone's in tuxedos and dresses and stuff like that, and getting our picture taken. And Mark just went, "Do you reckon they can smell the peasants on us?"
They did.
But
You
we went
could
in and
tell.
watched it. It was just an amazing night to watch that, you know what I mean? She's a universe, and I am only a world. Across the void I move, unheard and unanswered. might traverse. She is in search, round and round, till she wakes. We are one in shadows, but closer now in dream. The crystal light, soon we will be. She's a blinding sun, I'm the dead of night. The vortex pulls us in, then I open my eyes. Seconds turn to days, she turns to face. I will not run, and she knows. Closer now in dream, crystal light we see. Tomorrow we will be, we will be. I was deep in the forest, holding your hand for the first time. I was down in the wishing well again today. I was drifting down the river of worry, hoping for a change. I was stuck at the red light, dreaming it all